All right, welcome back to another one of our film reviews. Today we are talking Houston Texans rookie running back Woody Marks, and I tell you what, Texans fans, this guy is a warrior. You talk about a physical presence and a big-time Thursday night victory over the Buffalo Bills. Woody Marks, he's had a great rookie season. We've talked about him a lot, but I tell you what, he just played his best game. What an effort from Marks. We'll break down everything he did so well. As always, in the comment section below, give us any feedback you might have. If you want to support this channel, please become a member. There's a link in the description box below that will take you right there. But without further ado, let's jump right into the film. All right, let's get started with the 4th and 1 play, and there's Woody Marks right there next to the quarterback, Davis Mills, in the shotgun. And it's going to be a standard inside gap concept here for the Houston Texans. We're going to get double teams here. We're going to get double teams right here, working them to the next level. We're going to get base block there. We're going to get a block here, and it's going to be an inside run this direction for Woody Marks, just trying to get the first down however he can. What the Buffalo Bills are going to do, which a lot of teams do in this situation, they're going to crash everyone down this direction and just create a lot of penetration right here, force the running back to bounce, and then have someone there to clean up the running back, and it works out perfectly for Buffalo. They get that penetration. Marks has to bounce, but guess what? Woody Marks finishes the run and gets the first down. Incredible effort from the rookie. Let's check it out. There's a snap. There's a handoff. Penetration. Works through the tackle. First down. Nice job. Really good job. This works out beautifully for Buffalo. They get the penetration on the point of attack. You can see 57 and 24. They're right there. You can see Bosa coming off the edge, beating the tight end. He's right there. They've got a lot of penetration, a lot of bodies inside. Woody Marks has to bounce it, and there's number 7 to make the play in the backfield, right? It was 4th and 1. They needed to get to, right about there, and it looks like he's going to be about 3 yards short right there. Totally dead to rights. But what does Woody Marks do? Run over number 7, drive his feet, and finish the run. What an effort. You talk about being a warrior. You talk about winning football. This is what we're talking about, guys. Woody Marks has looked like one of the better running backs in the NFL over the past month. There, I said it. Let's be honest. Let's call it spade a spade. I'm not saying the kid is perfect, but when you look at plays like this, who else is making this play? Seriously, who else in the National Football League? I'm not talking about who else for the Houston Texans. I'm talking about who else in the National Football League is one-on-one against a good player, 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage on 4th and 1, and he beats him and falls forward for a big first down. This is why the Texans, I think, have a serious chance to do some damage this season. Talking postseason damage. C.J. Stroud comes back. They're going to be good at quarterback. Defense is elite, but it's the championship effort of guys like Woody Marks. Listen, we talked about the O-line, Ariante Ursary at left tackle. A little bit of a late start off the football there, not his best rep, but he had a good game against the Buffalo Bills. This O-line's starting to figure things out a little bit more for Houston. Ursary getting better and better, but a guy like Woody Marks emerging as the warrior, the heart and soul of this team. What a find by Houston. All right, for the wide copy, looks even better. Watch Woody Marks right there after we get set after the motion. Gets the handoff. I mean, he's dead to rights, right? You can see that's where the first down is, right there, the 23-yard line of the Buffalo Bills. Look where they got him, guys. At the 26. He's 3 yards behind the line to gain. He's got nowhere to go. He's dead to rights. Number 7 does a great job. He's outside in, so it's not like Woody Marks can make a miss and bounce to the outside. They got Bosa trailing. They got penetration right in the middle of the field. I mean, this play is dead to rights. From a Buffalo Bills perspective, this could not have gone any better. Play's over. Right here, Bills win. They won the play easily, not even close. But Woody Marks is special and gets the first down by a lot. I love adding up the yards after contact, guys. This may be the greatest I've seen in a long time. Contact made at the 26. Where does he go down? The 18. We're talking 8 yards of contact. This is special stuff here from Woody Marks. What a great job by the young back. All right, that first run was great, but this one is just as good, guys. So it's going to be just an inside zone concept working to the Houston Texans left right there, which means we're going to get base block here. We're going to get zone block. We're up to the next level there. We're going to get zone blocks here. Backside scoops here. Little motion pre-snap this direction right there. And running back's going to take the handoff and just find a hole wherever he can. Now, this is a play where the Bills, again, have him dead to rights. They got the defensive tackle beating the offensive lineman. He gets penetration. They got the linebacker firing right there. I mean, they got Woody Marks as he tries to cut back, just completely sandwich. But he splits these guys beautifully and turns it into a big play. Let's check it out. There's a pre-snap motion. There's a snap. There's a handoff, splits the guys, north and south, and then finishes the run to boot. This guy is good. This is what I'm talking about when I say one of the best running backs in the National Football League. I mean, this is bonker stuff. They don't get the backside defensive tackle cut off right there. That alone leaves you usually dead to rights. But they have this linebacker firing right here. He's got him dead to rights. I mean, right here. I don't know how he makes these guys miss. This is incredible. He's got the handoff. He stops on a dime and somehow splits them. He goes literally, watch his juke right here. He goes little right, little left, and then somehow gets his foot in the ground here, gets back north and south, and then finishes the run and falls forward. Guys, this is the best running back in the NFL. I'm sorry, this just is. It's what the film is showing, right? I don't care about the name recognition. I don't care about how much money you're getting paid. This is the best running back in the NFL. Woody Marks, number 27. Write it down. There isn't a guy that's doing this in the NFL. He is dead to rights. Good team. Dead to rights. Second straight play, in terms of this film review. And the finish on top of it. It's one thing right here if he would have just fallen forward. That would have been a great play. But then he cuts right there, gets to the crease, and then finishes, getting extra yards after contact. Literally every single element of running the football, Woody Marks is unbelievable at. Great job once again by 27.
Marks has had a great rushing performance the last 3 games. He's done well all year, but in the last 3 games in particular, he's hit some big highlights for the season. He had his highest grade of the season, Week 10 versus Jacksonville. He's averaged a mid-70s grade through the past 3 weeks. But I think the star of the show for me is that Marks in the missed tackles force department has done incredible the past few weeks, this game included. He's had 18 missed tackles forced on the season, but in these last 3 games, he has had 9. 9 alone. He had 4 in this game. So he has hit half of his total through 3 games and is looking like he is not stopping anytime soon. Some great performances in missed tackles forced for Woody Marks.
All right, this next play in this film review is actually the very next play in the game as well, and it's going to be a toss this direction, working to the offensive right. We're going to get a little motion pre-snap going this direction, just to get a little flow from the linebackers and safety that way. We're going to get a crackback block by the wide receiver on Bosa. It's a tough block. He gets it done, and they pull Trent Brown around it. He does a great job leading the way. But again, Woody Marks, I love his patience, and then he hits the hole going north and south when it's open. Again, good back, getting better and better, guys. Let's check it out. There's motion. There's a snap. There's a toss. Good blocking. Marks hits it. Big play for the Texans offense. One of the things I like about this from Marks' perspective, and it's a little thing, is right here, he doesn't try and cut it back or do anything funky, and he doesn't just run straight out of bounds. He maximizes the yardage on the play. We know this Texans offense has been struggling this year. We know that for a fact, right? We just can't ignore it. You got to fight for every inch, brother. And Woody Marks does it. He doesn't go out of bounds. He doesn't run for the sideline to protect himself, go out of bounds at like the 9 or something like that. He also doesn't do anything too cute and try and cut back into traffic and do like a superhero play. Just get north and south. Just run straight. When the blocking is there, just run straight. And that's what Marks does on this play. Now, look, he can make people miss. And he does a good job here. Look how he splits perfectly these blocks, right? Gets just wide enough of Bosa, but doesn't get too close to 77. And then just a great job north and south. It's the little things, guys. I'm not saying this play is as impressive as the prior 2 plays. It isn't, because this play is obviously really well blocked by the Texans. Great job really across the board, getting hats on hats. The crackback block is great. Trent Brown in space is great. I mean, this is well blocked and well executed. But it's the running back's job when the opportunities are there to make sure you capitalize on it. Woody Marks does that here. Nice job. All right, from the wide copy, you get the motion pre-snap. You get the toss. Chance on the edge. They get the blocks. And there he goes. I love the finish. Right here. He doesn't try and cut back, doesn't do any juking thing. He doesn't just head to the sideline to step out of bounds. He goes north and south. He makes 21 tackle him, but he doesn't make it easy for him. Says, listen, you got to run to the sideline. You got to get me down. And Woody Marks, once again, falls forward. I love counting the yards after contact. Let's add it up, guys. Where's the contact made? The 9. Where does he go down? The 5. 4 yards after contact. A+ once again. Yards after contact matters. Woody Marks is phenomenal at it. Guys, I can't keep talking about this kid, how good he is, right? At a certain point as a running back, we got to start waking up and say, he's the best in football. Seriously. Jonathan Taylor's fantastic. I understand he's had a great season, MVP caliber season. Javonte Williams for Dallas has had a resurgence for sure. Bijan Robinson. Cook for the Bills is good too. But when you just look at the film and just take the names and the raw numbers aside and just look at Woody Marks, there's no one playing better. When we talk about playing running back at a high level, a big part of that is pass protection, which Woody Marks is going to do right here. And there he is, lined up directly behind Davis Mills in the single back alignment. And the Bills, they're going to fire number 8 on a blitz trying to get to the quarterback. And Woody Marks does a great job picking him up. It's going to be one of these things as a structured blitz, very common. We've got a good pass rusher over here that's going to pull the tackle this direction. We got a defensive lineman here that's going to pull these 2 offensive linemen that way. So it's going to create a lot of opportunities right here for the Buffalo Bills to blitz. They put a lot of stress on Woody Marks, but guess what? 27, more than up to the task, delivers a great block, allows Mills to throw the football down the field. Let's check it out. There's a snap. Pick up the blitz. Throws it down the field. Can't quite complete it. Let's go look at Woody Marks, guys. Look at this kid. Boom. Defender on the ground, winning rep. This is good. Throw your helmet in there, brother. Now, you can make an argument, you like your head maybe, on the other side of them or something like that, or on contact, they say sky your eyes. You see how his head's down. They want you to sky your eyes a little bit. That can help you get defenders on the ground. But he's willing and he's able to pick up blitzes. And this is pretty well timed and pretty well executed by the Buffalo Bills. You can see number 8 times it really well. Woody Marks has to get over there. Davis Mills feels no pressure from the blitz. He gets rid of it a little quicker than he needs to because of the defensive tackle getting pressure. And this is actually a halfway decent throw. Just, again, Schultz couldn't quite come up with the catch in traffic. I think that's Schultz. But this is good blocking. This is really good by Woody Marks. He threw his face mask into defenders all night long. He's a good runner, for sure. We've seen him in the receiving game make some plays this season. But his pass protection is off the charts as well. You talk about a complete young back, you get that 100% at Woody Marks.
As we see here, Woody Marks' pass blocking game getting a little bit more trusted by this Texans team. He's had some up and down performances this season. The first 3 weeks, he had 2 really bad grades, but in between there, he's had some really strong performance as well, which has led to what we're seeing now is in the pass blocking department the past few weeks. 15 snaps in pass block protection, 10 snaps and 6 snaps. So a really strong 31 snaps. Half of his production, again, through pass blocking has been the past 3 weeks. I think that's led to him starting here is that he's been trustworthy in pass protection. We knew that he was a good runner of the football, but him putting together a few good games of pass blocking has really helped him improve and earn that starting spot.
All right, let's go back to the running game, and there's Woody Marks right there lined up next to Davis Mills in the shotgun. And we're going to get some motion pre-snap this direction just to get some flow from the linebackers and safeties. And it's going to be a standard gap scheme. We're going to get Schultz blocking out over here. 13 is going to insert. Base block here. We're going to get double team right here, working up to the next level. Block out there, block out there. And you can see just by the structure of the defense, you kind of want to attack it this direction right here because you've got an opportunity for a good seal here, and you've got a double team right here with a chance to get up to the next level. So you can see that natural crease just makes sense by alignment. So what the Bills do to counter that is they fire the linebacker here. Now, theoretically, the center could come off and pick him up, but he misses the block. But Woody Marks does a great job recognizing, stopping on a dime, cutting back, and then falling forward once again. Great job from the rookie. Let's check it out. There's a motion, there's a snap, inside run, has to cut back, and finishes once again, Look at this finish, guys. We'll talk about it from the wide copy in a second, but look how many yards after contact he gets again. And again, this play's dead to rights. Right there, play's dead. The play's supposed to go right up the hash, maybe a little bit to the right of it, and the Bills have it covered. They've got it beat. Now, I'm going to give some credit to Ariante Ursery here, getting some good movement and staying with his block at the point of attack. Opens up a little crease on the backside. How about 13 throwing his helmet in there too? Like to see that. Gave the play a chance. So give credit where credit is due for those two guys. But on the play side, this play's dead. The Bills got it beat. But Woody Marks, he turns what could have been chicken crap into chicken salad. That's what he does, guys. I mean, we saw it on 4th and 1. We've seen it, in terms of other running plays, and we see it here. The Bills timed this perfectly. They got it. Should be a tackle for loss. Woody Marks, however, he turns it into a positive play, a really nice play for the Texans offense. This is what he does. This is why I'm calling him the best back in football. If the offensive line is great, like they have in Indianapolis, and you're running through wide open holes for 70-yard touchdowns, hey, that's phenomenal. Great. You're going to get the numbers, you're going to get the stats, and people are going to talk about you on ESPN or whatever. But this is so good. This is so good here by Woody Marks. All right, from the wide copy, get a really good look at it. There's a pre-snap motion. There's a handoff. Again, dead to rights. He's done. Cuts back and falls forward. How about we add up the yards after contact, guys? Contact made. We'll call it the 25. Falls forward to what? The 28, 29, 3-4 yards after contact, right? You can make an argument his contact was made actually at the 24, but still 3-4 yards after contact, however you want to call it, right? Physical runner. Jump cut there. Look how good this is. Look at this cut. It looks so easy. That's the sign of a great back, too. When his cuts, when he makes people miss, it looks easy. We saw it earlier in the film review when he split those two defenders, how easy and just sort of effortless it looked for Woody Marks. Same kind of thing here. Number 8 for Buffalo has him dead to rights, and Woody Marks just makes it look easy. I'm just going to run away from you, dude. And then fall forward and finish the run. Finishing the run. That's so important. I mean, every element of playing running back, Woody Marks does at a high level. And listen, because it's the Texans O-line and the Texans offense in general and the injuries they have, his numbers aren't always going to be top-notch. That's just the way it is when you play any position in the NFL and you're not surrounded by elite talent. But when you just look at the film, guys, there's not a better back. I know I've said this a bunch, but there's not a better back right now than 27. All right, I wanted to highlight another pass protection, and there's Woody Marks right there, lined up in kind of an up back position. Normally he's lined up a little back right there, closer to the quarterback, but because the Bills have all these people walked up, like we see a lot of times on the NFL games in the NFL alignment, they move the running back closer to the line of scrimmage. They handle those blitzes. What the Bills do here is they bring number 8 on a blitz this direction, they bring 39 right up that way, they bring Bosa off the edge, and they actually bring a defensive back, number 7 for Buffalo, right through here as well. So they overload that side, or they try to, of the Texans offense. So you can see the structure of how this is going to go. Now what they're trying to do here with number 8 is they're trying to pull everyone this direction to get the guard to go that way. So 39 is one-on-one on Woody Marks. And 39 comes through, and initially he looks clean. Now I'm going to give some credit right here to the Texans right guard. He comes off and does a good job picking up 39, but I love what Marks does. For a split second, 39 is the most dangerous guy, and he makes sure he picks him up. You got to be smart and savvy and help your quarterback out. 27 does that here. Let's check it out. There's a snap. Here comes the blitz. Quick throw. Decent little short gain. All right, let's break down this protection, guys. There's a lot going on. So you can see number 8 go away. The center picks him up. The guard follows number 8 for a second, and it goes to 39. Now you got 2 guys on 1. That's not ideal. Number 7 comes unblocked right there, but he doesn't get to the quarterback. The ball's gone. And this is actually a really good job by Woody Marks, because if you freeze frame it right here, if you're Woody Marks, what do? 39 is coming right at you. He's clearly the most dangerous. He's closest to the quarterback, and he's inside, right? He's the guy that if he goes unblocked, he ends Davis Mills' life. Your right guard right there, your buddy, he's looking inside. So if you're Woody Marks right here, you have one job. Take 39. He's the most dangerous. Number 7 is technically your guy in terms of the structure, the X's and O's. But the most dangerous thing in game right now is 39. Take him. And he does. I love it. You always have to take the most dangerous and blitz puck up. Always. Every single time. Even if it's not your guy, even if you think the offensive lineman has a chance of recognizing and reacting like you see here, you always have to do that because you always have to protect your quarterback. I love the mentality here from Woody Marks. Great job, great savvy play from the rookie. All right, from the wide copy, you can see Woody Marks right there. Watch how he steps up to the line of scrimmage and takes the guy. You can see number 7 comes unblocked, right, from the nickel corner position. But it's a quick throw. It's a blitz. Quarterback has to know to get rid of the football because it's a blitz. And you can see 39 is dangerous. Take him. Now, they may say in the film room, listen, right guard, you got to be quicker. Woody Marks, you got to come off and get at least a hand or an arm on 7. So there's some things to clean up. There always will be, right? Nobody's ever perfect. But I love Woody Marks' mentality here. Most dangerous guy, don't hesitate. Take him. Young backs, especially in pass pro, a lot of times they hesitate. A lot of times they're unsure. Listen, brother, if someone's coming at full speed to kill your quarterback, block him. Especially if he's inside, especially if he's at the line of scrimmage. Nothing infuriates me more than people who are walked up at the line of scrimmage who are blitzing and no one touches them and they sack the quarterback. You've got to eliminate that. You got to give your passer a chance. Woody Marks and the Texans offense does that here. Allows for a nice little play for Houston. All right, I want to go back to the running game to end on here, and you can see Woody Marks directly behind the camera right there, but he's lined up in a single back alignment, and it's going to be a standard inside zone work in this direction. And the Buffalo Bills, they got everybody at the line of scrimmage, and this isn't particularly well blocked. They fire the linebacker inside. He blows up Trent Brown and becomes just a mass of humanity. Everyone's working just standard zone tracks across the board. Unblocked DB off the edge makes the play as well. It's not a good play. It's not a good structure for the Texans. But I want to talk about Marks here because he was beat up prior to this play. He injured and came back into the game. But despite being hurt, despite being beat up, despite being on short rest, he does everything he can, even though the play's dead, to fight through and get every single inch. Again, I love this kid's mentality. Let's check it out. There's a snap. There's a handoff. Penetration. Play's kind of dead. Not a whole lot there. Right? You can see Trent Brown, linebacker, kind of undercuts him. Woody Marks is forced to cut back, and then the backside defensive back coming off the edge. No one can handle him. Just too many people to block. Minimal gain. But let's look at Woody Marks. Again, he's hurt. He was hurt earlier in the game. Comes back into the game. Big moment, right? Sees the penetration. What does he do? Does he go down? Does he just kind of eat the ball and just protect himself? Does he try and bounce it outside, head toward the sideline? No, he goes north and south and still finishes the run, guys. Look at this. He's contacted behind the line of scrimmage, falls forward for a couple yards. Guys, Woody Marks turning chicken crap into maybe less chicken crap on this one. It wasn't a great play, but he makes good plays out of bad all the time. He is such a good player, and hopefully I did a good job in this film review highlighting it because I can't stress this enough. I watched Woody Marks' film against the Bills, and I was like, he had a good game. He had a really good game, and he's had a good rookie season. I've been blown away by this kid. He is quickly becoming, in my opinion, the best back in football. And I know I've said that a bunch, and I know a lot of you listening to that, like, okay, you're just hyping him up. But I'm telling you guys, when you watch the film, when you look at what I put in front of you today, this kid is a star, not in the making. He is a star, period. What a find. What a player. Woody Marks.